As a small business owner, you have so many things on your plate between running your business, managing your customers, and everything in between. Just finding time, money, energy to be able to create and market content can just feel impossible. But what if I told you that there's a way to actually do it all without burning out or breaking the bank? Hi, I'm Ashley. I've built myself a career in customer success. I've run my own service-based business for years, and I've invested a ton of time and money into mastering marketing strategies so you don't have to. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite cost-effective ways to create high-quality content and market it effectively. So this is including some time-saving techniques and free tools, so everything that you really need to start building up your presence online without feeling so lost. So let's get started. Let's talk about content for a minute before we dive into today's strategies. So content is really about creating that valuable free content for you to be able to attract quality leads and turn those leads into customers and turn those customers into repeat buyers. All of the content that you create should be tied closely to the programs, products, or services that you sell. This way you are building trust with your audience and setting yourself up for long-term success. Let's be real, consistently creating content and marketing it can feel like such a challenge, and it's because it is time consuming. It can feel very overwhelming, but just like paying the bills of your business to keep it alive, as well as selling your products within your business, marketing and creating content is equally as important. The good news is there's countless ways for you to create and distribute content without burning out or breaking the bank. So let's dive into some of those strategies now. The first key to creating great content is being relevant. You can't be everything to everyone, and you don't want to create content that just appeals to the masses. Instead, you want to be hitting on the right places for your specific audience. I want you to start by developing a list of about 20 questions from your audience. So this can be from your followers or your subscribers or just people in your industry in general. And if you're new to creating a business and you don't necessarily have a bunch of people asking you questions all the time, I want you to go to your competitors' pages and read through the comments, understand what they're being asked, and turn that into content. Turn that into a reel, an Instagram post, a blog, or however you're producing content. YouTube is another excellent tool. If you start by typing into the search bar in YouTube, the autocomplete feature will show you what people are searching for most. For example, if I started typing in list building, it will show me real-time data of popular search queries. You can also use tools like ChatGPT to brainstorm some content ideas, but I would recommend not just solely relying on something like AI, just because you do want to have some real world research that you're doing with your audience to better understand them as individuals. Next is repurposing your content. This is one of the easiest ways for you to stay consistent with content creation. For instance, if you're making a 10-minute long YouTube video, you can put that into a software that takes bite-sized pieces of it, and you now have multiple 1-minute long TikToks, Reels, or you could put it in a transcribing software and you now have content for a blog or a post or an email. You can also think about webinars, presentations, or any form of high-performing content that you have and trying to repurpose that so that you're not reinventing the wheel every time. Next is learning from your competitors. Success leaves clues. So look at other successful creators and businesses within your industry and learn about what they're doing. You can analyze their content. You can look at the type of topics that they're covering and how they engage with their own audience. Use this as inspiration to model your own strategies. You don't want to copy them though. The whole idea is really just to adapt and learn, not to replicate anybody. Next is mix it up. Sometimes the best content ideas come from stepping outside of your niche. Inspiration can strike from anywhere, whether it be watching a TV show, doing a hobby, or a completely unrelated field. For example, I admittedly watch a lot of reality TV and I'm ping-ponging in between Survivor and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills right now. They could not be more different. However, I've been able to gain some really good content ideas from both. So being able to step outside of your regular routine can boost creativity and keep your content fresh with your audience. Next is start with goals. A common mistake I see is people create content without their goals in mind. So next time you create content, I want you to think, what do I want this content to achieve? And how is this going to align with my business goals? For example, if you have a business goal this year of growing your email list, you want to start creating content that's going to be driving traffic to your opt-ins. You want to reverse engineer your content from your goals so that you're supporting your goals through your content. Next is outsourcing strategically. You can't do everything yourself. If you want to be creating quality content consistently, you are going to have a support team behind you. So for example, you could hire a copywriter to optimize your landing pages or write your emails or draft captions, or you can have a video editor that will be able to edit your long form videos for you, or even be able to turn some of your long form videos into those bite-sized pieces we were talking about. Or you could even have a virtual assistant who's able to respond to emails for you, or maybe just do some of those admin tasks in terms of scheduling posts or, managing DMs and things like that. Platforms like Fiverr and Upwork are really great for finding reliable freelancers, but just remember you don't want to completely step away from the process just because you want to ensure that the content that they're making is aligning with your brand and is also still resonating with your audience. Next is build out a content calendar. So I use Google Calendar. I love it because it's accessible, it's free, and it's easy to share. It's also easy to color code everything and add detailed notes. I also batch my content. So you want to set a time aside to research the topic and then book in some other time for you to be able to create the content and share it. Before we end this video, I have 3 actionable takeaways for you. So one is to build a team. So surround yourself with reliable freelancers or team members to handle tasks that you can't manage alone. Number 2 is keep a running idea list. So whenever inspiration strikes, you do have something to refer back to. I just use the Notes app on my phone. And number 3 is batch your content. You have no idea how much time this is going to save you, and the overwhelm will decrease significantly so you're able to stay consistent with your content. The last and most valuable tip that I have for you today is always give more than you expect to receive from your audience. If you constantly think, how can I provide more value to somebody's life and put my audience first, you'll organically grow a loyal fan base that cannot get enough of your content. If you're ready to take the next step, don't forget to grab my audience attraction blueprint in the description below. It's a step-by-step approach on how you can start building up your email list. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you don't want to miss out on more tips like these. Let me know in the comments which strategy you might use first. I'll see you in the next video.